In a time where EUC manufacturers continue to push the limits of speed, range, and power, I've opted to go for
the opposite, the Nosfet Aero. Lightweight, compact, and nimble. The perfect last-mile commuter.
What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out something I've been really excited about, the Nosfet Aero electric unicycle. And this is an EUC I bought specifically for a more lightweight commuter option. I've been riding on the Inmotion V14, which has just been a little bit heavier for my needs. I don't go very far. I'm only commuting like 2 miles and I'm not needing to get on any really fast roads. So this was just something that I really wanted as a nice, lightweight, more convenient, easier to get around with option. So let's check it out. Okay, so this is how the box arrived from Next Gen Mobility. And I have to say, Rob at Next Gen was very responsive to all my questions and messages and shipped the wheel as soon as he got the wheel in stock, and it arrived very quickly. So shout out to Rob at Next Gen. All right, we're gonna open the box from the bottom. Double boxed. All right, we got the pads from Bidoo, pedal upgrade kit also from Bidoo. Got our Velcro laser cut, I believe. Got our 5-amp charger. Thing's pretty chunky, but at least it is 5 amps. Instruction manual and a fork manual as well, suspension manual. So that's essentially what you get in the box. You have the Aero itself, and then when you buy from Next Gen, they provide the pedal upgrade kit for free, as well as the pads from Bidoo, and then you get your 5-amp charger, your manuals, and your laser cut Velcro. So all that comes in the box with the Nosfet Aero. This rear mudguard looks pretty good because it's kind of dual coverage. You have the smaller inner one and then the outer one. I think I've seen videos where this front fender is not the best. It could probably be a little bit longer. So I'm not sure if people have made modifications to that, but otherwise pretty good. Like I mentioned before, one of the main reasons I got this electric unicycle is because of how light it is. And it has a nice middle handle there for picking up. And it is definitely way lighter than my V14. So there's the size comparison with the Inmotion V14 versus the Nosfet Aero. And you know, this thing is 88 pounds. Probably more now that I have the seat upgrade kit and some of the heavier pads and stuff like that. But certainly not convenient to lift this thing into a back of a car. And my car's too short to have a ramp go up into it. It doesn't have enough height clearance, so I have to lug it up in there every time I want to transport this thing. Versus this just has such a nice center handle there. And you can literally pick it up with one hand, no problem, which is one of the best features about it. Pretty cool handle, which is a nice good height. The suspension looks premium, so can't wait to test that out. I think it's 70 millimeters of travel on this one. I think the new Aeon has 90 millimeters of travel, but again, I still just wanted a more compact, lightweight, convenient, everyday electric unicycle. And then I did end up purchasing a few upgrades for it, which are currently being constructed by Grizzla. So I bought a Grizzla upgrade kit, which comes with handle bumpers, battery box bumpers. Even though this does come with the pedal upgrade kit from Bidoo, I ended up buying separate pedals from Nylanov just because they're a little bit nicer, slimmer profile, I think, than having both the original pedal and this upgrade kit. But these will be good in the meantime, a little extra grip there. And I do appreciate the free upgrade from Next Gen. So another cool thing that I realized is that the power port is the same type as the Inmotion V14. So my fast charger from Roger UC also works with this electric unicycle, so that's awesome. So I don't need to buy another cord or anything like that. I'm already set and ready to go. I think there's like other power port caps available, so maybe that's something I should get at some point in the future to make sure water stays out of there. This thing seems a little janky. I guess it's all right. I'm definitely interested to see what the stability is like. Obviously, you're not going to be going super fast on this thing, but my average speed, usually even on the Inmotion V14 when I'm commuting, is probably between 25 and 28 miles an hour. So I think this thing will definitely be able to handle that, no problem. Just super cool construction and design. And like, obviously, it's not a flat surface, and once you put the pads on, it kind of hides the design, but still, I do appreciate the effort that they put into designing this wheel. Super good looking wheel. Anyways, yeah, can't wait to try this out. But before we do that, let's check out the menu system for the Aero. This is really cool that they have this packaging inspection and testing report. They're checking everything from packaging, Bluetooth, buzzer, headlight, tail light, display and function setting, charge port, charger, writing test, pendulum test, clean, contents, and pack. Very cool to see that quality control. All right, then we have the Aero user manual. Not your ordinary company. Okay, so to turn this guy on, we have to first take it out of transport mode. So we're gonna hold this for about 10 seconds. Wow, that was a very loud beep. Holy crap. That should be the first thing we change. Okay, so let's adjust that sound first because that was so incredibly loud. Volume adjustment does not impact PWM alarm, only menu alarms. Okay, good to know. So I think we're just gonna cycle through. Oh, there it is, sound. There we go. Then you gotta hold that again or press it. I'm putting that at its lowest volume possible because that is just real annoying. Okay, so let's go back up. Okay, we're gonna start at the top. So again, ride mode, pedal hardness, the lower the percentage, the more the pedal leans toward the direction. As in, the pedals are not gonna dip, you know, as you accelerate forward or dip back if you brake. So ride mode, I think 80% is fine, so there'll be just like a little bit of assistance. And vertical angle adjustment, I don't think we need anything to start out with, but we'll see. Tilt back speed, I want to increase that to, oh, it's in kilometers an hour. Okay, let me switch units. We're gonna go to miles an hour. So now, let me go back to where I was. Okay, yeah, so tilt back, I don't want to feel tilt back until, I think this thing can go up to 34. Well, I think tilt back at 31 is fine. I shouldn't be going to that too often. If you're a beginner rider, you might want to set it to a lower speed. All right, let's continue. So then for tilt back PWM, again, I think we can increase this to 90. So I don't want to hit more than 90% of PWM. And then for alarm, we're going to want to increase that as well. I wish it had something in between 31 and 34. Probably 31 is fine. I'll just have it the same as the tilt back speed angle. All right, and then brightness, I guess we'll put up to 50 for now. Let's keep going. Calibration, that should be fine for now, but once I test it out, I'll see if it needs to be calibrated at all. Voltage adjustment, I don't think we need to mess with that. STA is side tilt angle. I think maybe we increase it to 46, I guess that's fine. If you're doing off-road berm stuff, then obviously you'd want to increase that. Sound adjustment, we already changed that. MXV is max charge voltage. Actually, this we probably do want to adjust since I do live at the top of the hill and I don't want brake recharge to put me over 100% battery. So I will decrease this to maybe 124. I think that should be okay. We'll see if that's too low, but I'll start with that. I also can control it on my Roger charger as well, so it's not a huge deal. So acceleration, this makes the wheel easier to accelerate by temporarily tilting the pedal forward. Now, you know what? I'm actually confused between the difference of ride mode and acceleration assist, because I feel like those are pretty similar things. I think I might turn acceleration assist down actually. Maybe like 15. Just a little bit of pedal dip for the acceleration. Alarm is on. Angle tilt, recenter. I don't think we need to worry about that until we start riding. That's like for going off jumps and stuff. Auto headlight on. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Well, that should do it. I think that should be it for the initial calibration and settings that I want to adjust. And then once I start riding, I might adjust more, balance, angle, all that stuff. Okay, and then that's got all my specs. 94% battery. Oh, by the way, they did just release the Nosfet app for iOS, like for iPhone, just I think a couple months ago. So that's what I was holding off on, is actually until they made this app for the iPhone and iOS, because I didn't want to have to buy a separate Android phone just to use the wheel and be able to update the firmware. Battery temp looks surprisingly high. Why is it at 158 Celsius? That is very strange. Would not have expected that. Okay, in settings, firmware upgrade. Let me just check for an update. Please tilt the bike back? That isn't the right term. Between 40 and 90. Yes, I'm doing that. Current angle is at 70. Yeah, so I have the most recent firmware, so that's fine. Fantastic. Got the BMS. Not sure what the orange and red is all about, or why that keeps switching back and forth. That was the left side, right side. And all the voltage is basically the same, similar. Unit switch. We're already miles an hour, although it doesn't show up there, so that's weird. So you can't actually do that much in the app itself, oddly enough, versus like the Inmotion app. You can set all the different settings basically in the app itself, whereas I'm not seeing a way to do that in the Nosfet app. Yeah, because you can't click on any of these things. Interesting. Okay. One other thing I wanted to check is that because this is a tubeless tire, I wanted to see if this little portable pump has enough power to actually blow up the tire sufficiently. So the tire feels pretty pumped up, but I do want to see where it's at. Okay, so it's only at 21 PSI right now. And the tire I went with was the hybrid tire because I don't really plan on doing any off-road with this since I have the V14 already for that. Mostly just wanted it for street riding and commuting. So I got the hybrid tire, and it's saying 41 PSI is the max. I don't think we're gonna go that high. Probably go to like 32 or 34, something like that. But yeah, it's at 21 PSI right now. Let me put it to 32. Okay, well, it is powerful enough to at least pump it up once it's already, you know, on the rim and mostly pumped up. I just still don't know if it has enough power to pump up the wheel from like scratch from 0 PSI, but at least it can maintain once it's already kind of, you know, halfway pumped up. So that's good. I think we'll leave it at 32 for now. But I definitely like not having to worry about a tube. I may add slime at some point, or like, you know, some sort of tire sealant, which I have. So I may add that at some point in the future, but we'll try this for now. That's kind of cool. So you put it in the park, and then as soon as you lift it up, it actually goes automatically out of park. You don't have to press it again. That's really interesting. So that's cool. You can just hit it once, set it down, and then once you're ready to ride again, you just lift it up and it goes straight out of park mode automatically. That's pretty cool. I don't know if there's a setting to change that. That's pretty nice. And then that's rear light, and you just press single and hold to turn off. Boom. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video was useful and informative, and in the next video I will be test riding and giving my first impressions of the Nosfet Aero. As always, like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.